Welcome to the Black Light Podcast. ThonLexy here with another live reaction. Let's go ahead and get into it. Arlette just dropped this show. So this is pretty fresh. It's pretty new. A lot of people haven't gotten to this. So I'm pretty sure MTR might have. But besides him, I'm pretty sure nobody's gotten to this yet. So we're going to go ahead and get into it and break it down. Delusion was heavy, and I'm talking about from the jump. Hit the subscribe button and way into the room. Everything over 20 qualifies as a show sponsor. If we reach that goal of $100 in the Cash App, we're going to come back here tomorrow and react to all the nonsense happening over at Kendra G's show. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Drop those locations so I can shout them out. Let's get into it. BLP family, how you doing? Let's make it happen.
Cook. Let him cook now. Let him cook. I said for the people, cause I live for the people.
Check this. Get off me. How y'all doing today? Let's make it happen. Edwina's in the building. What's up? RM was first in the building. Hit the like button on your way into the building. Let's keep the engagement high so we don't have to pause the show. Let's get it. Thumbs up, thumbs up. How y'all doing? Brooklyn in the building. PA in the building. How y'all doing? It's been a fire week of shows. Brooklyn is heavy in the building. Bronx. New York is heavy in the building. What's up? Shout out to all my people out in New York. East Coast is heavy. East Coast is in the house. Let me clear the board because we need a new sponsor. Let's go ahead and make it happen, BLP family. Y'all know how we do. We're going to make it happen.
My dog died long.
I'm here to tell you right now.
I beg your pardon.
What the hell you mean?
You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
Like Bernie, that's a big bitch.
Sacramento in the building. Let's get it. PA in the building. What's up? Georgia. St. Louis. What's up, Jacob? Young Bull Division. Let's make it happen. Not going to waste any time. What do we have here?
I'm here to tell you right now. We don't care.
Philadelphia in the building. What's going on? You guys good? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Much love, much love. Thanks, Will Stacks. I'm trying my best, man. Louisiana in the building. You guys ready?
All right, y'all, before we jump into Pop the Balloon, I do want to say thank you to Fashion Nova for sponsoring this video. The dress that I have on today is called the Delaney Ruffle Sleeve Maxi Dress in green. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette and we are here with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love, and we have some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies. All right, so we're gonna be bringing out some single men one by one. When he comes around this corner, if you like what you see, you like what you hear, do not pop your balloon. However, if there's anything you're just really not feeling, you can't take them back to meet your family, whatever it is, pop your balloon, and then I'll go over to you and see why you ended up popping. Are you guys ready? Yes. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. With that being said, let's bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is David.
David, how old are you?
I'm 36.
And what do you do?
I'm a limousine chauffeur.
You're a what?
I'm a chauffeur,
A chauffeur. Okay, nice. And now what are some things you like to do for fun?
I like walking. I like going to the gym, traveling, shopping, bowling, going to the gun range, stuff like that.
Okay, cool. And what are some things you look for in a woman?
Somebody that is respectful, somebody that will not talk down on me, mature,
Okay.
easygoing.
Nice.
I don't talk too much.
And now, what are some of your deal breakers?
I don't like a woman that talks down on a man.
Okay.
A woman that like to constantly argue. Those are my red flags.
Sounds like a reasonable
nice.
brother.
So we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there to see why they ended up popping. All right, let's start here. If we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm 27.
And Vanessa, what do you do?
I am a founder of a social networking experience in Dallas, Texas, combining culinary arts and art for a unique social networking experience.
Okay, Cash App's guaranteed stop the show. Ronald Mitchell took the Cash App sponsor spot. He just says support. Took it at $20. Much love, Ronald. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and get back into the show.
Yeah. And so, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
First and foremost, I really like your suit. You came dressed to impress, clearly. I like that the tie matches the handkerchief. Style-wise, it's definitely there. I just feel like the initial attraction wasn't there for me.
Much love, STL Trucker.
And now,
Thank
is
you.
she someone that's your type?
She good looking. She's not my type.
Okay. And what makes her not your type?
I look bit thick.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We got to hop back over here. Come on this way. Okay, if we can have your name and age.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I am 26 years old.
Okay, here
Ashley,
we go.
what do you do?
I am an office administrator, and I'm a YouTuber, and I do basketball content.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
First, it was the age. You said you were 36?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So it was the age, and then I just didn't like how the comment was, she's, not as thick. I don't know why he would say that. Like, it shouldn't be off, based off who's thick and not. So, yeah.
Well, if that's his body preference, then it does matter. It seems like the theme of the week of these shows that we're going to be doing is, are men allowed to have preferences or not? Just state it plain, just like that. Because it seems that men aren't allowed to really have preferences. He's not supposed to say that he wants a woman. And I've gotten into detail about this. I said that black men, we prefer our women fit like every other man prefers their women thick or fit, but we're a little bit different. You have to have a little something to go with it. You don't have to be, of course, overweight to get it done or be a BBW or whatever. But black men prefer for you to have a little something. And a lot of times, skinny women don't really do well in the black community. And that's been from my personal experience and from the data that I've collected. So, again, honesty there's just no room for men to be honest in the dating market. But I understand where he's coming from. I'm listening to what black men have to say.
I guess.
All right. And now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's beautiful. I like her skin.
Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
And we get two more. Oh, okay. Let's start over here. Your name and age.
My name's Kimbriana, and I'm 26.
And Kimbriana, what do you do?
I'm a full-time doctorate student.
What are you getting your doctorate in?
Naturopathic medicine.
Okay, smart girl. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just the age, really. I'm 26, he's 36. That's like 11 years. That's a push for me. Okay. But you look good. You cleaned up.
Ma'am, in the real world, people from with that age gap are getting married all the time. That's the truth. I got a feeling that had he not popped the woman or he not been interested in the woman because of her not being thick enough, you women wouldn't be even caring about his age of 36, because 36 is dangerously young in the dating market for a man. And I'm going to take it even further. 46 is dangerously young in the dating market for a man. For a woman, no, not so much so. That's why you shouldn't try to be a man. You shouldn't try to date like a man. You shouldn't make decisions like a man. Anybody who ever told you to think like a man don't know what the hell they're talking about. Hence, Steve Harvey. And all the other men who pander just shamelessly. Donald Schmidt came through, dropped 20. He said, sorry for being late. Oh, man, no problem, Donnie. Appreciate you for dropping that 20. Appreciate you. We're at 40. We're just about halfway to go. We're going to come back here and react to Kendra G tomorrow. I can tell. But this is going to be interesting. I can tell. Let's continue.
Hope you did it.
Thank you.
For sure.
You're beautiful too.
Much love, Donnie. Thank you.
And she's someone that's your type?
Yeah, she's beautiful. She's very good looking.
Thank you.
I like your smile.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. Your name and age?
Hi, I'm Janine. I'm 28. Sorry.
28.
Yeah, I just had a birthday.
Okay, happy birthday. And what do you do?
I'm the owner and operator of Pretty Breeze Braids here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Did you do your own braids?
I did.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
It took a long time.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I just didn't like the haircut. I don't like it.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, again, just like a man's shoes or things like that, these are things that can be adjusted quickly. Now, you losing weight, that probably can't be adjusted quickly. That's going to take a lot of time for you to improve where you need to improve. I take it personal when fat women are in the dating market thinking that they can pass up on good suitors because of a haircut. Ma'am, I'm going to tell you something that nobody else has told you. Because you're fat, you're in last place in the dating market. You relish to all the men who need somewhere to hook their PS5 up to. You get to date none of the men who are doing well. Because have you ever seen men in McLarens or Lamborghinis and women like you getting out of them? You don't. You don't usually. That's the truth. That's the truth. Not every single time, but most of the time. I'm speaking generally. I don't speak in absolutes. Generally speaking. Women like you don't even hook winners. Like, again, a lot of times when I see big, fat, greasy women like you amongst women who actually have quality, you try to adopt their value. You get in the environment of value and you start to get under the false illusion that you are valuable also. And you big broads need to stop doing that. It's offensive, and guys know what you're doing. We can see it from a mile away. We're not confused. We still see the fat on your body. And you're not tricking us, you see? And it's upsetting. Okay.
And now she's someone that's your type?
She's very beautiful, very attractive.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And let's go on over here. Your name and age?
I'm Deanna, and I'm 29.
Deanna, what do you do?
I'm a direct support professional.
And why did you end up popping your balloon?
The haircut. I would say the haircut for me, yeah. Okay. But he is dressed nice.
Again, all of you women are loser bras. Losers. Losers. Just like on Stepdad, when in that movie Stepdad, when the dad lost it, it was like, loser. That's all I can think about right now. You women aren't worth anything. And again, only in today's day, Western women believe that a good suitor or a really good suitor is just right around the corner. Even though they sort of already know that, hence that's why they landed on a balloon pop reality show to look for a man, because what was going on in reality hasn't been working for them. They can't find the good men. Then they find themselves in a circumstance where good men are being laid on a platter and they have no idea what to do. They're like, oh, I don't like his haircut. It's like, well, now for some reason, I don't wish you success in the real world for some reason.
The haircut, why is it taking you out?
How do you want it?
Probably lower and like all even around. Yeah.
It can be done.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're more focused on the haircut than...
Well, initial attraction. I mean...
Yeah, no, he means like, yeah, I mean, he's right. I already know where he's going. I got to cut him off. He's like, you're more focused on the haircut than what? Like my ability to pay your bills, my ability to fight and protect you, my ability to like fix things when things need to be fixed, my ability to be durable, dependable. Like, he's basically calling you out for being the childish woman that you are. Even though, again, you don't owe him attraction. Like, if you're not attracted to him, you're not attracted to him. But what you chose to point out, he has right to like want to counter it, because, again, this is his way of realizing he's not losing anyway. Any woman who wants to pass on him because of a haircut, something that could be changed in an hour, he doesn't need. It says a lot about your character. It's very telling. It says that like you can get bored in the relationship and just think your way out of it. Next thing you know, you're hopping to another
Just to
Johnson.
be specific, it's the haircut for me for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But I wouldn't want you to change that. You know, that's what you like.
I agree. I was just asking, just wanted to know.
Yeah.
All right. And now she's someone that's your type.
She's very beautiful, very good looking.
Thank you.
Women are silly.
Head back this way. We do still have an
Feel
unpopped
bad for
balloon.
today's
Let's
men.
have your name and age, please.
I am Brittany. I'm 28.
All right. Brittany, what do you do?
I am an office coordinator. I also am in school to become a sign language interpreter.
Nice.
All right. So, Brittany, you still have your balloon
That's awesome.
unpopped. Why so?
I wanted to hear more information about you and get a chance to ask you some questions as well.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good. Yeah. Do you guys have any questions for one another? Go ahead.
Yes, do you have any children?
No, I don't have any children.
Okay. And what is your relationship like with your mom?
Okay. I am Janice Love says the fact that they're not showing their natural hair but worried about his hair is crazy.
If you don't sit your goddamn ass pistol grip chin down somewhere.
I think you make a great point, Janice. I wasn't even thinking about it. I think I've been in a little bit of shock. Like when sometimes I get stuck. Sometimes in just a shock, a delusion. Yeah, I mean, when you think about it, nobody here is rocking their natural hair. You know, like, and they have an issue with this. Again, and I'm glad that it's a black woman addressing it, because I'm tired of the whole narrative that like black men have a problem with black women and black men telling black women what they should do with their hair and what black men's rights are with what they should say about what, when there are other black women who also have an issue with the way a lot of you women are like walking around here with Easter basket grass in your head and like all this nasty, ugly, disgusting looking weave. It looks terrible and you're representing us bad. There are black women who are ashamed of you. It's not just black men who don't like it. There are black women who are ashamed of these nasty looking wigs. I'm tired of you guys acting like it's just black men who have a problem with these disgusting, awful, nasty, creepy, crusty, stanky, funky ass wigs. You know, these wigs they stink. Interchange them bitches. They get to stinking after a while. Thank you, Janice. It's a damn shame. Let's continue.
We get along very well. We talk every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what would you say you are looking for in a woman?
I like an easygoing woman, a woman that will not talk down on me, a woman that will not disrespect me, someone with a good sense of humor.
And do you provide a space where she can feel safe enough to not have to be combative or have to question what your motives?
Wait a second, you hyena.
My dog died alone.
This is why so many of our women do not get married. Fellas, this is the language you have to look out for in the dating market. Women who say things like, is this a safe place for me to be feminine? Like, so I don't have to be combative? Why do you have to be combative? Man, why? Why do you have to be combative? Why do you have... See, black women, at some point, y'all watched The Color Purple or some shit, and y'all got convinced that you have to fight with us and you have to combat with us. And you don't. You don't. And there isn't a space for you to be who you're supposed to be. You need to always be who you're supposed to be. I just don't understand why black women, like this makes perfect sense why you all are struggling with femininity. You do not understand what it means. Femininity is not something you choose to be or a state of being at a given moment. Femininity is who you become once you start to understand what your place is in a man's life in a meaningful way, not in a way that's meaningful to you or to your little career, your independence, but meaningful to a group, a family, a structure, a legacy. Right? I'm tired of hearing this conditional femininity cry from you hyenas. Can you provide a space where, because all he said was that he does not want a woman who is going to combat with him and talk down to him. And you said, well, like, are you gonna be so manly that I don't gotta do that? That's not the way to go about it, sister. Squared Away says, this is a normal high top with some got 2B spray and sponge. Yeah, he sponged or whatever. Nothing wrong or odd about this hairstyle. Just don't like his job. Stop the cat. Right. They probably don't like the fact he says chauffeur, which probably means he drives Uber or something like that or whatever. It's independent money. He probably has even if he makes even fairly decent money enough to be able to pay bills and multiple people's bills, he has freedom. It's one of those type of jobs where even though you can talk down on it as you want, a lot of people who Uber have a lot of freedom and they have a lot of time on their hands to do whatever they want to do whenever they want to do it. And they always have means to make money whenever they want to make money, wherever they are. If anybody wants to talk down on an Uber driver, go ahead. But these people are making money. All right? And I don't like when people talk down on Uber drivers. There are people out there who struggle with epilepsy and all type of things, and people who can't drive and need these kind of services to do things. Like, these are very important services. During COVID, they were like, not being able to have that was really hurt things. Older people couldn't move around. It was nuts. It's very difficult to hear people talk to understand. Like, you're right, but it's painful that these type of jobs are looked down on. When just 30 years ago, if you had a job, women were like, damn, girl, ooh, that nigga got a job, girl, you better get him. You better get him, girl, he's got a job. Even if you were just working, that was like something, right? Look at where we've gotten to. Where you can be making great independent money. And, you don't know the level at which he does it or how often he does it. Some of these dudes are putting in 12 hours, the little max that you can put in on Uber. They're maxing that shit out. Much love to David Edwards. He came through and dropped 10. Much love, David Edwards. That puts us at 50. We're halfway to go. Let's go ahead and continue. I agree with Squared Away. There's nothing wrong with the haircut. Women are nuts.
Yeah, I'm a very fun guy to be with. I don't get along with everybody, but if you get to know me, I'm a good guy.
Okay, what do you mean by you don't get along with everyone?
Oh, because people don't give the chance. That's all.
Okay.
But those that give me the chance know I'm a good guy.
And do you have any felonies?
No.
What?
Never before.
That's the hard questions.
No.
Okay. Okay.
I don't like this lady at all. I don't like you, lady. You're awful. You're awful. Remember when I was telling you how remember how Kendra G, how she frames all her hypotheticals with potential mates? It's like, oh, I got to get a prenup. Well, that's framing the hypothetical like you're going to marry guys who are lesser than you. I'm telling y'all. Black women on a subconscious level, they think that they're better than the men in their community. They think we're all dangerous. They think we're all going to wring their neck in the middle of the night. I'm telling you, but they want us. You'll hear the same women who'll be like, oh, all I want is something chocolate. They'll be the same ones thinking that you'll wring their neck in the middle of the night. And it's just because they have a fear of us. And I don't know. I don't know, man. The man is working. Seems to be doing well for himself. I don't know. Maybe it's because he looks like he could whoop some ass. All he has to be, because he's like an imposing figure. He has to be a dangerous person. I don't like you, lady. Pissing me off. Can't stand people like you. D. Corey joined the Dollar Crew. He says he should ask how many abortions has she had. This is weird, man. Weird group of ladies we got this week, Arlette.
Okay. And now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I like how she looks good. She's beautiful.
Do you have any questions for her? She was throwing them all out. Oh, okay.
I love what you had to say, and I wanted to know. But overall, look, I need a taller man. I do.
What?
I like a taller man. I like a man who is at least like 6'2", minimum.
Okay.
But I would like to hear what you had to say.
That's
Yes,
good.
yes.
That's your preference. So.
Yes, that is my
Yeah,
preference.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'11". Some people say I look taller.
Ma'am, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. He's above average in height. He's above average in height. What are you doing? 6'2" can't be your preference. For one, guys who are 6'2", they exist in like a 15 or 20% percentile. That guy's not just walking around every day, right? Oh God. He's not like 5'11's not just walking around every day. You're a really silly woman. Now, let me tell you about you. You're an average woman, right? There's nothing rare about you. There's nothing rare about you. You're average as hell, right? You're about as average as the day is long. Possibly on the positive side of average. Because just like Kevin Samuels, I rate 1 to 10, but I also rate within the average women as well. I'll take the average women and then I'll do a 1 to 10 with them also. So that you can have your below average women and you have your I call the high side of average is what I like to call it, right? I would say you're probably leaning towards the high side of the average women, but you're not on the high side of like the 1 to 10 spectrum, generally speaking. With all women, you're average. You're like in the middle, 5, right? You're a 5. You're plain. And you don't even have your real hair. Who knows? You could look like your brother without that wig. I don't know. I don't know who you look like. I don't know who you are. So, yeah. BY says, Arlette can't tell who's wasting her time by now. Yeah, she can. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard to recruit for these shows. I'll tell you that.
I'm 5'11".
Okay, got it. All right, well, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, let's head on back. So that is all of the balloons popped, unfortunately, but thank you so much for coming on. I'll take the mic. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies. Thank you. Okay, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. What's your name?
My name is Yiannis.
Jonas, how old are you?
I'm 32 years young.
And what do you do?
I am a doctor of physical therapy, so if you guys have back pain or foot pain from those heels, I can help you out. I'm a real estate investor. I also love God. Jesus changed my life. He set me free. He's why I am this way. I'm super happy. And I'm just looking for a woman to build a kingdom with and generational wealth with.
Okay, we love that. So now, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I love to exercise. I love to travel. I love to learn as well.
Okay. And what are you looking for in a woman?
I'm looking for a woman who loves God and just who does have a nice career and also who is very nice on the inside as well.
All right. What are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers, if she doesn't believe in God, if she just is inside of her home, and if she's not nice on the inside. So.
All right, we like that. So we did get some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. All right, your name and age.
I'm Brittany. I am 28.
Okay, and Brittany, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon just off of first glance. I wasn't a fan of the full outfit. It's very nice, but it just wasn't what I was looking for.
Okay. So now is Brittany someone that's your type?
Yeah, I think she's gorgeous. Very nice hair, very nice dress, very nice heels.
Thank you.
I would say definitely yes.
Thank you.
No problem.
And we got 2 more pops down here. Your name and age.
I'm Janine. I'm 28.
All right. Janine, why did you end up popping your balloon?
Honestly, I think you're dressed very nice. I love everything that you said. It was just off of initial attraction. It just kind of felt like we wouldn't match personalities. I feel like you're very well spoken, and that's really, really good. I'm just looking for someone with a little bit, a little gangster lean in them.
Oh my, and there it is.
Shame in your... Oh, ain't nobody shame.
As soon as the comment came in, somebody put in a comment, she's looking for a Pookie. Or Eminem says, he's not a Pookie. She literally gave it up. She's like, yeah, I need somebody with a little bit of gangster.
Shame in your... Oh, ain't nobody shame.
And again, this is a very shameful layer of like black women. You're trying to prop yourself up in society like you want respectable and reasonable men, But when you pull back the layers and you start to get to conversing with women, you all are looking for an educated, well-meaning to do pookie, somebody who is legitimate and will be stable, but also smells like a little bit of crime and wrongdoing. This is not the way to think about dating and relationships, but this puts into perspective why we have so many single mother-led households. Because I told y'all, we don't have deadbeat fathers in the Black community. Stop saying that. We have women who are chasing swag instead of substance. That's what we have. We have a community full of women who are chasing the guy who can hit it the best, the guy who walk with the best swag and can dance the best and that type of stuff, instead of the guy who smells like stability, like this guy. See, these guys, these black men never get talked about when black women are like, where are all the men at? They don't mention all of the what they would call a L7 who they dissed. They done dissed maybe 5 or 10 L7s, or what they would call a L7. They've dissed a plethora of these men on their way to saying that there are no men in the dating market, when there have been like wealthy man after wealthy man, or well-to-do man after well-to-do man who wanted to be with you for the long haul, but you wrote him off. He didn't have enough swag. He whatever. And what pisses me off about this is that people like Childish Gambino, all these other guys, when they go off and when they succeed and they get rich and they marry white women, black women got a problem with it. Y'all are out of pocket. You're out of pocket. This is what I don't like. Y'all don't like Russell Wilson until after he's Russell Wilson. Y'all would have never dated Russell Wilson if he doesn't have an NFL contract worth millions of dollars. You don't even care about him. That's why it's phony when y'all act like y'all support that relationship. Y'all don't even support men like that. You do not like these men. You call these men lame and boring. She wants somebody who's going to go upside her head. Let her have it.
Hey.
Just a little bit, not too much, but yeah. Thank you.
See, just a little bit, not too much. They just want to pinch a pookie. Not too much, just a pinch. See, I told y'all, that's the pinch, the little bit of, just a little bit, that represents that they want him to kind of be street. Just a little bit of, he just needs to reek of a little bit of problem, right? He has to reek of a little bit of, like, he might get on your nerves. Are you all starting to understand that this revealing, like, this underlying tumultuous nature of black women, that, like, without chaos and without a guy who's sort of trouble, you don't feel secure? What does that mean about you and where you are and your mental health? I'm just saying. I think you women feel uncomfortable around men who mean you no harm. That says a whole lot. What does that mean?
Hey, back in the day, before I knew Christ, I was a little bit like that, but I'm a changed man. That's okay. I appreciate it, though. Appreciate it. What's that?
Where are you from?
I live in Chicago, but I'm from East Africa.
Okay.
The country is called Eritrea. It's north of Ethiopia.
Oh, that's awesome.
Super small country. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, appreciate it.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
I think she's gorgeous. She looks like a queen. I love the hair, love the beads.
Thank you.
Like Brittany, that's a big bitch. Thank you.
Let's go on over here. Your name and age?
Deanna, and I'm 29.
Right. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
The initial attraction, I would say, again, the haircut. Specific with that. I'm sorry. Okay. But yeah, it would be the haircut for me. He has everything, it sounds like, together. So yeah.
Okay. So what kind of haircut do you like? Like
low. I just need it low and all around. Yeah, man.
Okay.
You know, just keep it simple. But you know, it looks good on him. But just for me, you know.
Got it.
Yeah.
And now, is she someone that's your type?
I think she's gorgeous on the outside. It's not a heck yes, but she's fine. I'm sure she'll find another great man on the show, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we got one back over here. Your name and age?
I'm Ashley, and I am 26.
All right. Ashley, why'd you end up popping your balloon?
I just see us being like really good friends. Like that's all. Like you're very handsome. I love the way you talk. Like you have really good energy. Like that's why I feel like we should be like best friends. That's why. That's the only thing.
Okay.
You
So
know?
no romantic vibes.
No, yeah, no romantic vibes. Just like really good friends, and as well like we can grow together in Christ. You know, 'cause,
Amen.
You know, I love
Amen,
God.
sister. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Is she someone that's your type?
Definitely. She's definitely nice, the way she talks on the inside. And I'm also friends with a lot of people I do date eventually, because I think in a marriage it's good to first be best friends and then go, yeah.
That's
but hey.
very true.
She just not attracted to you, bro. Like, Divine Photo says the NFL draft is coming, and you are going to see more brothers with Becky and Marisol. Our sisters are attractive, but they are intimidated by nice men. And then you better believe they're gonna be on TikTok like screenshotting them all. There's gonna be bitter women with bonnets on talking about like, look at this, y'all. Like, you know, they don't even have to do anything to react on TikTok. Just the clip plays and just be like. Omar says this dude is a super simp. Yeah. He's also probably a little bit kind of absolutely gay. And I say that being very supportive of the LGBTQ plus community. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like I'm open to being wrong about this dude possibly being homosexual. But here's why he possibly might not let anyone know this. Because he seems to be a very devout Christian. And you see this often. Guys who have to be down low because they want to love Jesus, and Jesus is not with gay. Like there's no place for gay people in Christianity, you see. That's why when I see gay people like directing the choir and like they be like, yeah, and they be like, yeah, and they're really good at directing the choir, but I'd be like, why are you there? They do not want you there. Nigga, they don't want you there. So again, and when you come from cultures like him, oh my goodness, it's even worse. Like if you're homosexual or something like that, like the ramifications, the family ostracization, exile from your family. Imagine having access to your family all of your life, then they find out that you're gay, then nobody wants to talk to you anymore. It can be very cold. It can throw you in a nervous breakdown. Hell, might throw yourself off of a cliff. Who knows? Like this type of stuff is just very difficult to deal with. And I say all this saying, I don't know for sure. That's just my personal opinion. I think that this dude might be, but possibly, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's just me, and I don't like to be the dude who just like to try to like figure out who's gay or not. You know what I mean? I don't like doing that. I don't like trying to get in people's business because I don't know. But that's just, I don't know. And maybe he's not. I mean, because there are some men who are not gay. They just have really feminine mannerisms. Maybe he's not gay, but his mannerisms are a little fluid. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that.
If I'm not your cup of tea, that's all right. You'll find another great man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. All right, Yongnou, we've got two beautiful ladies left. Let's go ahead and ask them a question.
When you're stressed out or anxious, what are ways that you cope with it?
Okay. Let's start here. Name and age first, and then answer this question.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm 27. When I'm stressed out or anxious, I definitely pray. I have a very strong prayer life. I also have social groups from communities like that I built from church, so like small groups and stuff. I'll quickly text in a group message like, hey, what's going on, but prayer first and foremost.
Jerisa Johnson dropped 10, said just supporting the show. Much love, Jerisa. Thank you. You one of them ones.
Okay. And what about over here? Your name and age first, and then answer this question.
My name's Ken Brianna, and I'm 26, and I would say how I cope with anxiety and being stressed out. Recently, I've been doing like tapping, like emotional freedom technique, just tapping, or I'll just sometimes if I'm anxious or overwhelmed, because I am a full-time doctorate student in naturopathic medicine, like sometimes it's a cry and then I'm good, or sometimes it's a walk, or sometimes it's a call my cousin, or sometimes it's a call my sisters. But yeah, I think that's how I say I would cope with it, or I go do a workout, do some Pilates, listen to some music, dance in the mirror, something like that, yeah. some self-care stuff. Yeah.
Nice. And then what about for yourself? How do you deal with anxiety and all that?
Yeah, so very similar to both those answers. Definitely first prayer. Whenever I pray, it just gets away anxiety, gets away stress. I also like to exercise, go to the gym. I also talk to different friends on the phone as well.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 ways that I de-stress.
Okay. Go ahead and ask them another question.
What does love mean to you?
Ooh.
Deep. I know.
What
Deep.
does love
Too
mean
deep,
to
too deep,
you? We'll start here this time.
My name and age?
Yeah, or just
okay.
answer.
What does love mean to me? Okay. It means everything. I think love means a lot for different people, but I think for me, it's like just accepting a person as they are, being open-minded with that person, not like trying to control that person and how they do things and such, or just loving them as they are. I mean, that's a huge question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Hawk Thomas dropped 5 to say, let off the AK on these future dog owners. No problem. Puts us at 67. Feel like we're gonna make go.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
All right. And what about over here?
Yeah, I agree. It's a loaded question. But to put it simply, I think that love is being there when it matters, So sticking it out for the long haul, that's through thick and thin, through arguments, through ups, through downs. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe. Actually gonna pop.
Okay. Why'd you end up popping?
I think that he's really attractive. It's just when I see him, I don't see like my man, So yeah, I love what he does. I think he's attractive.
All right, cool.
Cool.
Is she someone that's your type?
Definitely. The fact that she loves the Lord, you can make anything work. That's the number one thing. I think she's gorgeous. Her posture, her stance, her shoes. Look at those shoes. Those are fabulous shoes. Love them, sis.
Love them, sis. I ain't gonna lie, man. Y'all see what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, right? Maybe I should leave it alone, probably, right? Let's go and get. I don't know. I don't be hearing a lot of guys be like, I don't be hearing a lot of straight guys just be like, yeah, fabulous. Like, guys, like, that's just like, I think the word fabulous is forbidden in the heterosexual community. It's unspoken truth, but men, we just don't say stuff like that. We don't do that. We just don't be like, fabulous. Yes, sis. Yes, we love them shoes, sis. Like, we don't do that. I mean, I don't know. I got a feeling this guy's gay. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hey, and I'm not trying to pick on the guy either. It's just, and I think that's why the girls like aren't feeling him, even though I know that they like. And normally I'd be on this guy's side because it's just like, I'm getting ready to leave him alone. I'm getting ready to move on to another guy because like I don't want to pick on this dude. Like, I support the LGBTQ plus community. It's just like, but dude, like, I don't know. I don't know. I just, and here's my thing, dude. If you are straight, if you're straight, which you could be, because I started this opening it saying that I could be wrong. I'm not conclusive. I'm not final on this. But if you are straight, stop the cis. Don't say words like fabulous. You know what I mean? Don't say things that girlfriends typically say to affirm one another. It's just not a good idea. They already want to friend zone your ass. So, I don't know. I'm not saying it like, no, I ain't saying that squared away. Say, why you gotta be gay? And I'm not saying this to insult him. I'm not saying that he's gotta be gay. I'm saying that he could be gay. That's a difference. Like, and if he is, I'm saying that, like, I feel my position on it is I feel sorry for him because I understand what he's going through because I study this type of stuff. like to be non-religious in the Black community or in Indian communities can mean ostracization, but to be gay, oh my goodness, it can mean a worse ostracization, especially from cultures like him. And he claims to be a really staunch Christian, which gives him even more motivation to hide what his sexuality really is. So again, if he's just a very flamboyant heterosexual man, I'm open to the possibility of that. But I don't know. Something makes me feel like I should move on. They certainly popped all the balloons. We're going to move on.
Okay, let's bring out our next single guy. Hello, welcome in. Good, how are you?
Pretty good, yourself?
What's your name?
Hi, my name is Kevin.
Kevin, how old are you?
I'm 36 years old.
And what do you do?
Yeah, I'm an enterprise account executive. I'm also an actor, and I have a family-owned business that sells Jamaican food and jerk chicken and jerk sauce.
Okay,
Yeah.
you be cooking or?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay.
You gotta either dance or cook if you're Jamaican, you know what it is.
All right. And what are some things you like to do for fun?
Yeah, I like to travel a lot. Like, I've been to 12 countries in 2 years, the last 2 years.
Nice.
Like, I was in Paris for the Olympics. I went to the gold medal game. Shout out to Steph Curry, he did amazing. We were born the same week, but he makes me feel like I'm not doing enough. Yeah, I like to box. I like to work out, box, play basketball. And like, I'm in the tech space, so I like helping like people like kids actually go ahead and get in the tech space at all. Also like, I don't know if you watched the game, but one of the main lines they said was, you don't gotta sell drugs to live life like you sell drugs. And I like to tell kids that and like to make sure that they like to get as much as possible out the world, you know, tech.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now what are some things you look for in a woman?
Oh, well, I'm not gonna lie. This, I feel like you all know there's a gender war going on out there. Like people talking about, oh yeah, men aren't doing this, women aren't doing this. I just want somebody that's willing to show up. Understand we both need to show up 100%. Don't think about what they're saying online. Actually, just come out straight up. Somebody want to be a partner, and I just understand that, you know, it's not about what people say or what people are complaining about. Actually, take each other in and understand that, you know, we need to be our best selves looking forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you look for in a woman?
I look for that.
Okay.
I look for someone that's ambitious. I look for somebody that's ambitious. You know, like, I understand, like, even in a relationship, I got to be the best boyfriend, but then after that, I got to be the best husband, and then after that, I got to be the best father. So I look for someone that's going to try to be the best girlfriend, then I understand best wife, and then mother.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not just about being the same, it's about continuing to evolve and be better as best as possible.
I see. All right, and now what are some of your deal breakers?
Oh my gosh. All right, so.
Educated Mozzie. Y'all wild.
So, number one, just like, don't be negative. Like, try to be solutions oriented. Don't try to talk about why stuff doesn't work. It's like, how can stuff work? You know, try to have a positive attitude like that. Number two, like, I'm not saying you got to be overly religious, but just like, don't be atheist. Like, don't say I don't believe in anything. And it's 2025, I gotta say this, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have to, but like, for the sake of my kids, our future kids that I don't have yet, please, because kids are brutal today. If you have something for a subscription for $9.95 to OnlyFans or something like that, where they can get made fun of at the lunch table, or I gotta actually, when someone toasts and says, hey, I know she'll make you happy, I gotta say, what do you mean by that? That's a problem for me. So I mean, I don't think that's a big ask, but in today, you just gotta ask that. So that's pretty much it.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
I respect it.
We got some pop balloons. Let's go on over there, see why they ended up popping. All right, so we'll start over here. Your name and age.
I'm Janine. I'm 28.
Okay. And Janine, why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped for a couple reasons. They're very superficial, so it's nothing personal. Obviously, I don't know you, but it was the mismatch colored jewelry, like that.
You mean the two-tone and the tennis string?
Yeah, I just don't like that combo. I don't know. I just don't like it. And then the shoes, and then also the height. Like those, like I said, those are very also like superficial things. I normally don't wear heels, but today I am. So in the occasion I do want to throw on heels, I kind of do want to be a little bit taller than my partner. But I do like everything you said. I think you're really funny, outgoing, and I think like your head is really on a good path and going straight forward.
Okay. So, obviously I have to ask, how tall are you?
5'11".
5'11". Okay. How tall are you again?
I'm 5'6.5".
The fucking nerve.
Fly dog die alone.
That's a big bitch.
You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads.
So you're an overweight woman. You're 5'6". I'm gonna guess your weight. I don't care that you tried to wear that big flowy thing. You're not getting out of this. I still know what you got going on. I know that you're over 200 pounds. Doesn't even really matter exactly how much over 200 pounds. What matters is that you're 5'6", which means I know your BMI is off, which means you're not even where you're supposed to be physically. You go to the doctor all the time. He tells you you're overweight. You go home talking about he lying. He lying, the doctor lying. And the reason why you think the doctor's lying, a professional, is because you're delusional as hell. You look at a professional and tell him how to do his job. I think if God told you to came down here and told you to change, you wouldn't do it. You know you're overweight. You're at a physical disadvantage. You think that you can diss men because of their necklaces aren't assorted the way you like, their shoes aren't the way you like. You think you can be this picky, and the main thing that men look for, which is fitness, you don't even have covered. The main thing that we usually care about before we know anything about you, you've already abandoned. You're out of pocket. He's 5'11". He is physically, he's in he's kind of in a rare group of guys in height. He's basically 6 foot. There isn't shit rare about you. You're just a regular big bitch from the hood. Let's get real. Let's get real, because you seem like the type of girl who likes to get real. I'm the type of guy, I'm not afraid of black women. I don't care about getting in your face. So let's talk, right? You're a big bitch in the hood with a lot of bravado. He actually is someone rare. What do you got?
Oh, but I don't know. It's the heels and, just the atmosphere off, based off initial attraction, you're fine, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't
proper BMI. Good on you, Janice.
That's what I'm looking for, yeah.
Yeah, and men are looking for fit. I think it's nuts. This says so much about where the dating market is, that we have overweight, fat, greasy, picky women. This is nuts.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
No, I don't think so.
All right. And why not?
I don't know. It's just not the same thing you said. You said I'm fine, but my tongue wouldn't go as far as yours, personally. That's all I can say.
Funny.
But it was still. You're attractive, but
what did he say? His what wouldn't go as far as hers?
I'm not just reconfirming.
All right. And why not?
I don't know. It's just not the same thing you said. You said I'm fine, but my tongue wouldn't go as far as yours, personally. That's all I can say.
Funny.
But it was still. You're attractive, but to me, you're not. Like you said, maybe I'm not just reeking for you. Mm-hmm. The energy is just not reeking for me the same way. Yeah.
And he said his tongue wouldn't go as far. I get it, even though some might mistake that for a sexual reference. But he said his tongue wouldn't go as far. Which means he's not willing to elaborate as far as you're willing to elaborate. That was his way of saying, I'm going to have more manners and have more class and not say that you're fat. That's what he wanted to say. He wanted to say, I'm not going to tell you where you're jacked up, because I actually I care about how this exchange goes for you, because I'm actually an empathetic person. He's sunning you, if you didn't realize it. He's putting you in your place.
Yeah, but you do look nice, though. I like the hair and the beads.
Thank you. I did it myself.
Oh, what? That's what's up.
I'm here to tell you right now.
Thank you.
It's going over here. Your name is
Deanna, and I'm 29.
Right. Deanna, why did you end up popping your balloon?
So I ended up popping because he resembles my uncle.
Oh.
Like
Uncle's a fine man.
Yeah, my uncle's young. Me and him is not. We like close in age, but
okay.
he said a lot of good things. He dressed nice, handsome, but he just reminds me of my uncle. So
I hope one day that one of you guys as family members calls you up like, what the hell you mean by that, what the hell? Why can't the young man look like me? What the hell is your problem? I wish one of my nieces would be on a dating show and be like, oh no, you look like my Uncle Thon. I can't do it. Like, you just look too much like him. I can't. It's like, you don't like how I look at something? I've been ready to protect you and die for you all these years. You hate how I look? This new generation, wow.
Yeah.
Like look-wise or personality?
Face, yeah.
I see.
Where are you from?
Where am I from? I'm from New York.
Where are they from?
They're from Florida. Trinidad. They're like Trinidad.
I mean, I'm Jamaican. Maybe.
Okay, so cousins.
yeah. I mean, say.
Like, you know that's not your uncle.
So
That's what I mean, Jermaine. Like, she know that ain't her
I
uncle.
try to, deter from that, but nothing's wrong with your hair. I just personally like lower cuts, but all of the guys have the same,
Okay.
But yeah, you're handsome. You said a lot of good things. You're dressed nice, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, you're Trinidadian too?
No, I'm black.
You're just black?
Yeah.
No, she looks nice. I like the contrast from your skin to the dress.
You.
A good choice today.
It.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. All right.
She is a very
Let's
good-looking
head on back. We have 4 beautiful ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
Yeah, so I got a good question. So we all know the love languages, and honestly, they're reversible to mean something to some people and not mean something to other people. What's your love language, and why do you think it's important to you? What's your explanation, if you were to explain it, why it's important to you?
Okay. So what is your love language and why is it important to them? Okay. Let's start over here. Your name and age?
So my name is Ashley, and I am 26. My love language is acts of service, just because I feel like that's what makes me feel like I'm cared for. You're attentive and, just nurturing. I just love like the little things of, the service, like holding the door, tying my shoe, stuff like that, So,
yeah. Got it. Okay. Just going over here. Name and age and answer to his question.
Yes, I'm Brittany. I'm 28. I could kind of piggyback off of what she says. I do like acts of service, but to say something different, I would say quality time. I'm really big on spending time with someone, not all the time, but when we do spend time together, being present in that moment and being really together.
What the hell you mean we? What the hell you mean we?
Your name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I'm 27. My love language is quality time. I really enjoy spending time with my partner, and I feel like being in person is really how you have a chance to develop the relationship. So yeah, I'm really looking for a partner.
Name and age and answer to his question.
My name's Ken Brianna, and I'm 26. Top 3 love languages are, number 1 is words of affirmation. Just a little, you look good. Like, oh, you did that.
What the
Like,
hell
oh,
is
You ever
thanks
meet
for
somebody
that,
and they're
just
so
something to,
boring,
you
you
know?
feel like they poisoned you? Like,
Also, quality time, of course. I love spending time with really anybody that I care about, for real. And physical touch. And then it's not a love language, but food, feed me, please.
Yeah. He did say he cooks.
Yeah. All of that. But yeah.
Right. Cool. Thank you. And we did get a pop balloon over here. Why'd you end up popping?
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and I'm 27. I ended up popping. I really like that you're in sales. I'm also in technology sales, and so that's something that I connected with you on. Also, you giving back to children. I also sit on a junior executive board, giving back to children. So those are things I connected with you on. Honestly, initially, I wasn't sure. I wanted to hear more about like what you do and like the answers to your own questions. I just felt like I was holding on to the balloon because I couldn't find a reason. So I don't want to make anything up. I think you're an attractive man. I like what you do. I like your jacket. Yeah.
Okay. So now, is she someone that's your type?
You have a gap just like my mother, honestly. And I'm not gonna, it's a good thing. It's very homely. But I like your colors. You look nice. Your reason I mean, well, just look. We're talking about just looking at her, right? Yeah, she looks.
Anything, or off what you heard, whatever it is for you, if that would make her your type, if not, if she's not.
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, just looking at you, you're fine. Honestly, I love Gabs because this reminds me of the first person I've ever saw. But honestly, you're
okay. Alon says the love language question makes me queasy. I just want men to see in real time what women think of this love language crap, so that y'all can stop bringing it up, because I know that a lot of women have read the book. Hell, I read the book, and yeah, I see why women love it, but it's not going to help women in regards to understanding men and having success in the dating market. Stop bringing it up, okay? See, this is a woman. This isn't me. See, even like a fairly attractive look. See, it's a black woman. This is not me saying it. My goodness. Stop saying this shit. Stop bringing it up. Stop saying that you want to travel too.
I'm always
Just
curious
saying what you think
just
they want to hear.
decision-making capabilities. I have no idea what you just said.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'll take it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm just like kind of nervous because like I haven't done this. Whatever. Can I have my balloon back?
Oh.
Can I have my balloon back? I want to hear more. Okay. I'm just like I don't want to make the wrong decision. Like I'm up here. I'm like, oh, should I pop or not? Okay.
Let's get her balloon back. Good, hand it on over to her.
It's your life. I mean, you know, all your job is to be sure about life. That's it to me. Like, whatever you make a decision, just stand by it. If you can't stand by it, that's all I want people to do. Whatever y'all do, just stand by it.
I definitely stand by. I'm somebody that when I make
Also, yeah, if we were friends, I also would tell you, like, yeah, nigga, like, you told her that her gap looked like your mom. Like, were you trying to get some ass or no? Now, even though she seems to like you or whatever, yeah, don't do that shit no more. Yeah, he really doesn't want her to have it back. I can tell. And you know what, Arlette? What I don't appreciate, Arlette, even though I like you, but what I don't appreciate is usually you check in with the women a little bit more on if they want to like get the balloon back, if they want the guy to get the balloon back. You just weren't even paying attention to him. Just because she wanted her balloon back, you gave it back to her. But with the guys, when they do that or they want their balloon back, you more kind of check on you check with the woman. If you were to pay attention to him for even a second, he was looking like nah, let her die. You didn't catch it. Okay. Let's get
a decision. I have very little like room. I make a decision quickly, but like when it comes to love, I feel like there's so many games that are played like in relationships and stuff. So it's like, should I, So yeah, this is a new experience. Okay, bear with me. I hope you didn't take offense to that.
No, you're
Let's
good.
continue.
Okay. All right, head on back this way.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm now gonna hand you a pick.
Yeah. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have you pop one balloon.
Okay.
Oh. All right. So why did you have your balloon
And I ain't got nothing against Arlette.
He looks good.
I was just joking around. I'm not mad at
I like
Arlette.
your
Arlette's
career. I like that you give back to the community. I liked everything that you were saying.
Okay. And why'd you end up popping hers?
First of all, you're gorgeous. I love that you look like Whitley Gilbert from a different world. A Jasmine Guy. That's her real name. Your reasons for the reason I just wanted to honestly when I asked that question, the reason I asked that is just to see like how deep was it. You were just like
I didn't answer the second part.
You were just like I like to just get complimented. You were like words of affirmation, or I like to just see things. They actually wanted the details of quality times means presence. They said what it meant. Okay. Yours was honestly so surface level. It didn't actually meant deeply in your heart what it meant to you. So in this situation, It's really about like just being deeper within surface level, and just your answer at this point and what you just presented, that's what it was. It was just pretty surface level. They really went to what it meant to them, why it meant to them, and why they.
Yeah, I have no
wanna
idea
continue to
why he
have
said that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to figure that
I
out too.
respect it.
All right, thank you.
Cam,
Okay, let's head on back. We've got 3 beautiful ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
Yeah. Who was your top 3 female role models growing up?
Okay, I think by popular demand, everybody's ready to move on because we're only here for so long. They're just not really interested. Even though I guess he ended up matching with this chick. He ended up matching with the girl who was on the high side of average. Cool. Was that Arlette and got married? Was that?
We specialize in delivering quality, professional, and cinematic wedding videos that you'll cherish for a lifetime. Your wedding day is one of the most important moments of your life, and every moment deserves to be captured in stunning detail. Our team captures every emotion, every glance, and every special moment, turning them into beautiful memories with the highest attention to detail. From the vows to the dance floor, we tell your love story with a cinematic touch that is truly one of a kind. DM Pro Media.
Or letting them sell
Hello,
weddings, all
welcome
type of shit.
in. What's your name?
I ain't mad at him.
My name's Jonathan.
Jonathan, how old are you?
I am 35.
And what do you do?
I'm in sales and design for lighting control systems. So when you think of sporting arenas, any type of commercial space, anything like that, I'm designing the lighting and fixtures behind that.
Wow, that's exciting. What are some things you like to do for fun?
So speaking of sports, I do a lot of sporting events. I live in Georgia, outside of Atlanta area, so I do a lot of Braves games, the Hawks, Falcons, anything like that. You can catch me in any of those games. When I'm not doing that, I have some free time. I like to travel, spend quality time with my family and friends.
Okay. And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I need a woman who is ambitious, spontaneous, self-aware, sure of herself. Just loving and caring, things of that nature, when I think about a future and a family, and can communicate effectively.
Okay, and what are some deal breakers?
Multiple kids,
okay.
Toxic, anyone who is superficial, always putting on a facade for social media or anything like that. So I just need something authentic, genuine.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I think that is a pretty cool
So
service
we
that they're
have not.
offering.
Oh, all right. Let's go on over there. Okay. Your name and age.
I'm Janine. I'm 28.
Okay, Janine. Why did you end up popping your balloon?
Again, for a couple of reasons. It was the hair. I just don't feel like you take care of it very well. Maybe pick it out and use a little sponge thing to add some curls. I think I add a little bit of texture. It was the jacket with the outfit, and the jacket with the shoes kind of threw me off a little bit, but it's okay. And then the third thing is you kind of look like one of my cousins, TJ, shout out. I don't know what it is about you, because it's not that you look like him, but something about you just reminds me of him, and I can't really put my finger on it.
I have a huge issue with you being the woman here, the most at a physical. Excuse me, guys. I do that at least once a show. It really bothers me, you being at a physical disadvantage and being the most picky woman here today. I think that's the most shocking aspect of everything we've reacted to so far, is that somehow you're the most picky woman on the entire, you're picky with the guy's hair, shoes, the not just the style of hair, but the way in which he sponges it, all this other shit, yet it's just not quite sure what you actually offer as a woman. It's obvious that you're overweight and that you could be better physically. You could be at a better place physically. Out of all the other women, you probably have the worst BMI. You're 5'6", probably over 200 pounds, probably. And if not, you're knocking at the door. So anyway, I don't know, man. I'm really offended by big girls who have really, really, really highly picky standards. It's you don't even care about men. You're in society fat, so there's no way you care about men. Please.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, is she someone that's your type?
Not my standard cup of tea, but You look nice. You look nice. I do like your hair. Maybe you could have helped me with mine, but it's all good.
Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you. I mean, she could have helped you. She does hair.
Exactly.
All right.
And when he says that you're not his cup of tea, he means you're fat.
Like Bernice. That's a big bitch.
That's what he means. He doesn't mean like anything else. You better know that. And he was nice to not say it. He wanted to say it. I'm saying it. It's because you're big.
So we've got 4 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them a question.
I guess my main question is, what are your family dynamics like with your mother and father and just family in general, and how does that play a role or affect your relationships?
Okay, we'll start there and come back. Okay, name and age and the answer to his question.
My name is Deanna, and I'm 29. And I have a good family dynamic. I'm close with my mom and my dad. My dad lives far away in Florida, but we're still close. I have a big family. My mom has a lot of siblings. I have 2 siblings myself, so very good, very close.
Okay. Nice. Over here, name and age and answer to his question.
My name's Brianna, and I'm 26. Also, again, I'm very close to my family. We have a group chat. I mean, we're talking every other day. So, yeah, we're really important, yeah.
Nice.
Your name and age and the answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm 27. So the first part was explain the family dynamics. Then what was the second part?
Just how does that play a role in your relationships and building?
How does that play a role in my relationships? So to start with, I'm very close with my family. I talk with my mom and dad daily, even like across platforms, sending memes on social media and stuff like that. How it plays a role in my relationships, I lean on my family for relationship advice sometimes. Definitely like asking my dad and stuff like that. So maybe how it plays a role in my relationship dynamics, leaning on my family for like consultation. Somebody that has a tribe and is accountable to someone like a father figure or even like a mentor, that's going to be very important for me because that's something that I have for myself.
Nice.
And over here, name and age and answer to his question.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I am 26. So to answer your question, Mom, I'm really close with my parents, my whole family. We're all very close. I view, my mom and dad's relationship, like I love their relationship. They've been married for 20 plus years. So I know what it's like to be in a happy home. And that's something that I really want to live like when I'm older and I have my own family. So, they really set the standards for that. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to hand you a pick.
Okay.
There you go. Hang on to that. And I'm going to have you pop 1 balloon.
What's up, Kenneth?
Whenever you're ready, go ahead. All right, so why'd you have your balloon unpopped?
I liked everything he was saying. He looks well. The only thing, I was just trying to hear more of what you had to say. The age gap, I'm 26, you're 35, 10 years is like push for me, but I wanted to hear you out.
Okay, thanks. And now why'd you end up popping her balloon?
Well, that was the primary reason that I popped, due to the age. So, just the age gap. Other than that, yeah. Understand.
Appreciate it.
Ironically speaking, if you're foolish and you end up single until you're 36, then your husband will end up being 46. It'll just keep moving up and up and up and up the more silly you are in the dating market.
Thank you. Let's head on back over here. Why'd you end up popping your balloon?
It was just, we do have an age gap as well. I'm 26, you're 35. But you're really nice. Like, I like everything that you said and, the questions you asked. It seems like, you have a lot going for yourself. But, I just don't see us, being compatible and things like that.
Understand that.
And what about over here? Is she someone that's your type?
Yeah, I do find her attractive. Yes, I do find her attractive. She is someone that I would talk to, but I understand that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, we've got 2 ladies left. Go ahead and ask them another question.
What is a fun / romantic date for you?
Okay, we'll start here. What is a fun / romantic date for you?
I would say I'm really social. So I like to get out and kind of be in the mix. So maybe like an art show, where we can talk with the artists and, just kind of enjoy, art in different mediums. There's a lot of things like that in Dallas. So I attend a lot of social networking events like that also combine art and stuff. So maybe going to one of those with my partner. Yeah.
Let's go down over here.
The one in the brown dress is the one who I thought actually, she's the one out of all of them I thought might be kind of combative and weird, and actually might be the one who's the biggest catch in the whole entire thing. The moment that I think the part that her best highlight of the whole show was when brown dress got her balloon back in a very bashful, innocent, like admitting that she was nervous, so on and so forth, instead of trying to be all butchy and forceful and try to act as if you have the upper hand in a situation where the guy will be responsible for more and again, typically have more leverage just inherently. Let's continue.
All right, let's hear from you.
A fun date would be probably like paintballing or something that I can just be active. We can be active. Romantic, I would probably say just a nice dinner, being able to talk, maybe not having our phones, something like that.
Yeah, brown dress is a catch.
And then, while we're here, any questions for him?
You said somebody that has multiple kids. How is somebody with one kid? I do have a child.
I am open to that.
I don't know. That seemed a little skeptical.
Oh, as I stated, it's multiple. One.
So what's like, what? Okay. I don't know how to
ask it.
Word the question. So yeah, what is it about? You have no kids?
I have no kids.
Okay.
And that's truly the only reason. But like I said, if you have multiple, and that's a no deal. I mean, a deal breaker. But one, I'm open to that. I mean, because I am older. We're getting older. So if you have
and
a
you
kid,
say you're how old again?
I'm 35.
35. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're good?
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any questions over here?
Can you answer your question?
As far as both family dynamics or
Sure.
debate?
Yeah.
Well, I have a strong family dynamic. Both of my parents are still together. They're actually having their 50th wedding anniversary this year. So, I've had a great example of, structure and what it is to build and grow together. So thankful to them for that. So it just makes me, want that the same for myself. As far as a fun romantic date, I'm a spontaneous guy. So I'm open to everything. First date, I'm more of a traditional guy. Let's, have dinner, maybe do a speakeasy lounge, something like that. If we're together, hey, we can just hop on a jet, plane. I'm saying jet or plane, but we can take a flight for the weekend, or hey, we can get in the car and drive somewhere. So like I said, I love to travel. So it's just spontaneous, and whatever you and I enjoy together, we're going to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Let's head on back. So we are down to our final two.
All right. Before we get down to the final two, let's read a super chat real quick. He is, I believe, the last person who our Let's going to speak with. We are at about $65. So we're about 45 or so short for goal. So I guess we can move on to super chats. 65 is great money to take home with a justifiable day off. Don't let me off the hook. Get y'all passports. Says, shout out to the brothers at work right now, especially my blue collar guys. These hoes be hating on us, but if men decided to pick one day out of the year to not work, the world would crumble. You ain't lying. They talk crazy about working men, Ubers or whatever. If Uber just wasn't available for like 2 months, 3 months, all these bimbos who want to get drunk and like need a way to get home, like be mad. A lot of the whole world would be in shambles. Back to calling those horrible taxi services with horrible people dispatching. Just terrible people.
It is time to pop a balloon. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and pop that one balloon.
And no more questions.
Do you got one, Bruin?
No, just where do you live? I know she
where they
said
live.
Dallas.
Okay.
Where do you live? Oh.
So you're in Dallas. And where do you live?
I'm in New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you?
Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. All right.
This,
Okay. It is time to pop now.
Okay. Awesome. So I assume no one has an issue with long distance?
Guess not.
Start with.
They sure don't.
There, you're built to work.
Okay, so let me have you stand here. Why did you have your balloon unpopped?
I know
I
he
like the
popped.
things that he was saying and just kind of hearing them out. I kind of was popping soon for everybody. So, just giving him a fair shot.
Okay, sounds good. And why'd you end up popping her balloon?
I mean, ultimately, it is the one kid,
Yeah,
all that.
rightfully so.
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's come up to the front. Come on up here with us. All right, guys. Any final question between the two of you before we determine if we have a match?
Eugene Drop 25 says, keep it going. Puts us at 90.
So it's really important to me that my partner is someone who is dependable. It's not afraid of commitment. I love that you said that one of your kind of models for a relationship is your parents because they've been together for so long. In your life, maybe even in work, like, what are some instances like where you're dependent on or like, yeah, where you're dependent on or like have a little more responsibility? Like,
Okay. An example of that right now, in my current job, I had a few people who left or, left the company. So right now it is really on my shoulders to carry my team and lead my team. So right now, they're depending on me to lead and, rebuild the department. So at this time right now, I would say my career is where I'm doing that. But also with my family, niece and nephew, brothers, I'm the youngest of two siblings. And ironically, I think everyone looks to me for a lot of things. So, I'm always there for them. And I have a big family. And, we're just a close-knit family who sticks beside each other. So
Jacob came through and dropped 20. Says, much love. We made gold. Much love, everybody. Y'all show Jacob some love. See y'all tomorrow. Let's continue.
we're just always
Much
there for
love,
one another.
Jacob. Thank
That's,
you. Donald came
how
through and dropped
was
10
raised.
more as well. Much love,
Okay.
Donnie. Thank you.
Okay, you good?
I am good. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
No. I mean, we didn't talk about it, but no kids either, or do you
No
have
kids.
Yeah, so
You don't have any kids?
no, I
Okay.
do not.
Okay, well, let me ask my final question then, y'all. Is it a yes for you for him?
It's a yes for me.
And is it a yes for you for her?
It's a yes for me.
We got a match! I'll take the mic. Go ahead and get your girl. Make some
I
noise
knew
for
I
them
liked her.
ladies.
What a great way to end the show.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning into this episode of Pop the Balloon or
Finally, a match that seems reasonable. I'm not gonna front. I don't know. I think it might work. I think it might work. I thought Brown Dress actually was one of the best women there. And I thought she would be the most likely to hear a guy out for exactly who he was. She looked through even a little bit of social awkwardness even. Still try to figure out what this guy's about and whatever. It just, I don't know. It brings me great pleasure to be able to end the show with a woman who, a woman getting matched who was really playing her cards right. And in the face of a lot of people always talking about, like, women always try to blame their lack of success on their dark skin. And I love that she represents the dark skin archetype of woman. Because a lot of times you have really militant, butchy, dark-skinned women acting like that their dark skin is what's holding them back, when really it's their butchiness and their masculinity that's holding them back. And it's other things. It isn't their dark skin. And maybe in some instances in the world, they're probably being discriminated against because of their dark skin. but I don't think it's happening as much in dating as what a lot of dark-skinned women think. A lot of dark-skinned women aren't doing well is because of the reason why other black women aren't doing well. You're lacking femininity. You're masculine where you should be feminine. You're hard where you should be soft. Where you should be womanly, you act like a Crip. Right? So pay attention. Behold, a woman who knew how to conduct herself. Woman was very chill and just, I don't know, something about her just gives that she's just kind of, she's looking for a plan to get on. She's not looking to feed anybody her plan. She's not looking to force her ideals down anybody's throat. She just wants to follow a man, and you can tell. And it's very sexy, and it's just coming all off her. She's like, she's got an aura of just cooperation and a chill, peaceful time. I'm here to tell you, ladies, you're gonna win from this type of demeanor more than whatever else you're doing. Hope you guys enjoyed the show today. Much love to our show sponsor. I believe our show sponsor today it's really was shared today between Ronald Mitchell, Jacob, everybody who dropped 20, because I think 20 was like the cap, or I think somebody came through and dropped 25. Much love to Laverne Clay. He dropped 20 like yesterday, just randomly. Love that we made goal right there at the last minute. We're getting ready to come back here and react to Kendrick G, I believe, tomorrow. There's actually some bullshit going over on Ashley Dalton's show as well that we got to take care of. A lot of stuff going on. So we'll see you. And we also still have the new Balloon Pop reaction show also, which I really want to get out of the way. But if there's more pressing news over at Kendrick G, we got to go to Kendrick G first. That's like the most popular demanded out of all the ones we reacted to. People want us reacting to her the most. So we'll be back to do that. And see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Same spot. Take it easy, guys.